Hello and a warm welcome. You've joined us on Midcap Masala right here on ET Now. I'm Ashesha Advaryu, with me is Kanishka Sarkar. And before we take a look at the markets, let's also put the spotlight on Patel Engineering then. The stock, remember, yesterday was up 15% on the back of a big order win that came in for the company. What does this order win mean for the company, and what is the outlook going forward? To understand exactly that, we now have Kavita Shirvaikar, Managing Director at Patel Engineering, now joining us. Kavita, morning, and thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. You won an order worth about 800 crores. If you can take us through what the execution timeline of this particular order will be, and what is the visibility going forward, especially after this big order win that has come through. Do you expect many more orders to come in over the next few quarters?
Thank you for having me on the show. Yesterday we got LOA for two LOA projects worth 800 crores. It is a mining project. It is aligned to our core competency. It mainly includes excavation work and transportation of coal. Yes, see, we have strong order book. Right now our order book is 15,000 crore. H2, we have started seeing the momentum. We have already received one LOA. We have submitted bids worth 30,000 crore, which is under evaluation, and further 20,000 crore of work which we have identified for bidding, which will come up for bidding shortly. So we see strong visibility over the next half year and going forward.
So strong visibility going forward for the year, but just wanted to understand these latest order wins that you announced yesterday. If you could give us, quantify for us a little bit, what kind of revenue recognition do you see within this year and the next year? Is it going to be a meaningful contribution within this year?
So project duration is 9 years. So it will give us a steady revenue with a strong margin.
Okay, so that's as far as the order book position is concerned, but also wanted your thoughts on what the projection or your estimate will be as far as revenue growth is concerned for the third quarter of this year. You reported revenue of about 1,200 crore each in the first and the second quarter, and now with the 700, 800 crore order that you've won, how much do you expect to end FY26 with as far as the top line is concerned?
So we had given revenue guidance of 5,000 crore for this year as well. This new order book will contribute to the revenue from FY27 onwards. So we remain that this year we will achieve 5,000 crore plus revenue.
5,000 crore plus revenue for FY26, and you also reported 5,000 crore in FY25. So you're suggesting that we will not see any meaningful revenue growth this year. Am I getting you right?
I am saying that we will have steady performance because we have already strong order book. Going forward now, since the momentum has started, new projects are coming up for bidding. See, it is not the quantum, it is the timing which matters. And we see going forward strong visibility of order book and revenue growth.
Since you are telling us that this will translate and fructify only in FY27, if you can give us any top line revenue growth guidance for FY27 then over FY26?
Considering orders in pipeline, which we are bidding, we see around 10 to 15% growth over FY27-28.
10 to 15% growth over FY27-28. Since you have such large order book with 800 crores just added yesterday, just wanted to understand how are you going to fund these, order plans? Any Capex plans on the annual? What is the latest that you can give us there?
So this order involves, see, we have existing gross block assets, plant and machinery of around 1,100 crores. As and when we get new projects, around 5 to 10% capex we add to the additional capex we incur. So for this project also, we expect around 100 crores capex to be incurred over the next 2 to 3 years.
Crore capex, and how will that be financed?
That will be financed mostly from accruals, internal accruals.
Understood. So that will be financed via internal accruals. And you also mentioned in your presentation that you see about 1 lakh crore of project opportunity over the next 1 to 2 years. Which geographies are you eyeing? Any particular sub-segment that you're focusing on?
So I would divide ki our current order book is 15,000 crore. Out of that, 60% is hydro, 20% is irrigation, and rest is tunneling and other sector. So we would continue to focus on our core sector. Right now, we have a presence in J&K, Himachal, Arunachal. We are largely working for central PSUs. So we continue to remain focused on our core sector and our existing geography.
Okay, got it. And what about segments? If I could ask you, what's the kind of segment mix that you're looking at going forward in FY27? Right now, hydroelectric is the highest as far as your order book is concerned. But going forward, since you have a good pipeline and you are expecting many orders to come in FY27 as well, any particular segment where you could see higher growth?
So see, it all depends on the kind of projects which we get. But since we are remain focused on our core areas, eventually the mix will remain the same, more or less will remain the same.
And what are your thoughts when it comes to margins, since you're telling us that your order book outlook continues to remain very positive? Will margins also expand? Consequently, you've been reporting margins in the range of 14 to 15% over the last few quarters. With additional order inflows, with margins to expand, and will you enjoy operational synergies?
So we say ki EBITDA margin will remain more or less same, but net profit margin will increase as we are continuing reducing the debt. As you have seen, now our debt has further reduced by 200 crores last year, 1700 to 1500. So we see our net profit margin will eventually will increase.
Got it. And before that, before we let you go, just wanted to understand you did mention that further you are seeing 18,000 crore of opportunities before FY26 end. So if you could throw some light over there, what's the kind of opportunities that you're getting? Is it more government or private? What's the mix like?
So as you know, we are 99% focusing on government projects. So this 20,000 crore pipeline is also all government projects. Now PSP is exception where we see huge opportunity coming up with private sector also. So one or two might be including that also.
Okay, so that's the outlook when it comes to order book position, margin profile. Revenue is expected to remain flat in FY26, but we will see a big uptick in FY27. That's the word coming in. Thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now and helping us understand what